Award winner, and we have actually 2 Emerging Leader Award winners today. And with those winners, those honorees, we're very excited to have the supporters who helped them here on their journey, and they will introduce them and present their award. And at that time, we'll have our champagne toast. So if you can leave a little bit at the end for your toast, okay? But I have heard there's extra bottles. Carol, make sure to just put your hand in the air. So the last time that we were able to host this event, it was back in 2019. And since then, we've reimagined ways to connect, engage, and truly support each other. And the 4 women that are here that are going to be honored really exemplify the OWA's mission to support the leadership role of women in optical. We're also here, and I hope you've noticed, to celebrate our 25th anniversary. The back page of your program, and I do hope you have a moment to take a look. You're amongst very famous people here in the room. They're past honorees who are an impressive list of women who have really shaped and honestly will continue to impact the direction of our industry. So I want to say, and I know many of you, I've already welcomed you here, those that are on the back page, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us, for celebrating with us today, and continuing to inspire us. So it is actually pretty amazing that it was 25 years ago that a small but inspired group of women came together with the idea of supporting women in the optical industry. Over these 25 years, we have grown tremendously. Not only our membership, but I want to take a pause, a really important pause to thank our corporate sponsors. Those of you that are here, that brought your teams, you know, your employees, your colleagues, your friends today, we really support you. The Optical Women's Association is unique, and this is something I really want to make sure that I share and convey this morning. We're very different than other organizations. Our members span a wide variety of roles and different leadership levels across many different specialties and fields. The people in this room today truly highlight the diversity of the OWA and our large network of supporters, including the sponsor of our event today, EssilorLuxottica. So it gives me great pleasure to invite somebody to the stage to share why EssilorLuxottica has supported the OWA. Please welcome President, North America Wholesale, Fabrizio Bugazzoni, to say a few words.
Good morning. Howdy. Thank you very much for coming this morning so early. And I must say, always awkward to wake up so early in the morning and having champagne. I probably said that every single year. I never get used to have the definition being 7 a.m. in the morning. So that's very fun. Thank you very much for coming and look around this room. So I believe today we're almost 400 people. So, in celebrating the 25 years of the OWA, what OWA with all the people that work and support, all the people in this room, and I sincerely today speak on this stage on behalf of the industry. OWA became a very strong organization, supporting the women leadership in our industry. And the fact that today in this room, I basically see everyone I know working in our industry, supporting this organization. This is the sign that what OWA is doing is having an impact. So today we are here to honor those amazing women that are role models in our industry. And I really would like to every one of you, not only to congratulate today, not only to congratulate this month. Today, by the way, is the last day of the Women's Month, but every single day of your life. Do something to support the women in leadership, in life, in whatever you have as an opportunity. Try to take one person more in the OWA. So make the action of convince one person. If in this room, every one of us take one person more in the organization, we're going to double the people that are supporting OWA. Of all the organization, I always said, probably bias a little bit on OWA, so don't get offended any other organization in our industry. This organization has been capable to really put together everyone in the industry, the competitor, customer, vendors, manufacturer, freight, lenses, insurance, everyone together to rally on a common cause in which all of us believe. Our call to action, and my personal call to action, is to match the donation that OWA is making to each of the charity of those for women. You know, OWA is making $1,000 in the charity of choice of those for women that are celebrating today. We will match that donation because we strongly believe there is always a call to action and something that we have to do, not just spending words, saying good nice about what we're doing, but walk the talk and demonstrating with action what we believe and what our movement believes. I really wish all of you an amazing program. Thank you very much to Deb, who just stepped up in the role of president of the OWA. Enjoy the morning and have a great finally all together in person visual experience. Thank you very much.
Well, I just thank Fabrizio personally, and I thank him on behalf of all of us at the OWA for the support that he shows us. And me personally, he's been a tremendous mentor and given me so much encouragement, and I really truly appreciate it. And on behalf of all of the women at ESCO, without Fabrizio, the impact that you have means a lot. So, why we're here. To our first honoree, the Emerging Leader Award. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? The Emerging Leader Award is presented to a rising star in the OWA who exemplifies leadership qualities and new distinctive talent within the powerful industry. Please welcome Ed Buffington, President and CEO of GPN Technologies, a platinum sponsor to the state.
Good morning, everybody. Wow, this is incredible when you look around to think that it's been 3 years since we've done this before. What a way to start Vision Expo by all of us being here at the OWA breakfast. Before I introduce our GPN Emerging Leader, Katie Lauver, pictures over there, a few comments just about the OWA. Marge and Lori, Valerie, as many of you know, I've been a long time supporter of the OWA. Started with 25 years, but congratulations to everybody on the team, all the women of the optical industry, and GPN will continue to support you because it's a very important cause for us. 5 years ago, I had the pleasure of introducing Dr. Lori Lippy as the Pixis Award recipient. Welcome, Lori, who's joined us at the GPN table. Also joining us is Jay Dickiewicz, the founder of GPN. Welcome, Jay. A couple of other of our GPN employees, Kathy Furman and Jamie Mott. Also, Masood Nafi. Many of you know Masood. He's the co-founder of a metaverse company called Monaco, so you'll be hearing a lot about Monaco as we go forward. For the past few years, GPN has been a proud platinum sponsor of the OWA. As a result, our GPN award recipient, Katie Lauver, indeed embraced the OWA and encouraged all of the women at GPN to join and actively participate. Katie takes significant pride in her membership in the OWA by very active involvement in leadership as a PDF committee member and the leader of the OWA National Program. When it comes to describing the passion and energy that that's me, as you'll soon see, the Energizer Buddy would be humble like Katie. Katie's an outstanding mom to her son, Silas, which I get to see Silas quite often on Zooms. She's a wonderful wife to Adam and a loving daughter to Jerry, her mom, who's here with us today as well. Welcome, Jerry. Katie is truly a superstar in her professional life and personal life. And Katie, thank you for the contributions to all you do at GPN. Before Katie joins us at the podium, I'd like to quote Katie from one of her Meadowwood Wellness, which in addition to GPN, she does many other things. And Meadowwood Wellness is one of her other businesses. In it, it characterizes Katie so well. It said, I empower mamas to release their limiting mindset, fill up their cup, and harness their inner badass. And when you meet Katie, she'll probably be shy up here. But she is a badass. So it's my pleasure to join Deb in welcoming Katie to the podium.
He made me cry. That was my habit. Okay. Good morning, everyone. To the board of the OWA, to my mom, who's here with me today, to the amazing leadership of GPN Technologies, and to all of you, thank you for being here. When I received the call about being honored with this award, I was honestly speechless, brought to tears, in fact. Dr. Lori Lippiatt thought that she was going to congratulate me, but she didn't know what impact this news would have on my life. First and foremost, I want to thank the OWA for this recognition. Our organization, in my opinion, is unlike any other of its kind. We are a collective, rooted in connection and mentorship, and we truly support women to become the best version of themselves through inspirational and educational endeavors that create positive impact in their personal and professional life. Secondly, I want to thank my mentors. To Dr. Larry Wilson, who got me started in this industry. To Lori, thank you for always being the sounding board for me to express my ideas. To the leadership at GPN, Ed, Jerry, and Evan, thank you for taking a chance on me. You hired me with no sales experience besides being on audit before, and no corporate business experience whatsoever, but you believed in me. You saw something in me that I didn't quite see in myself yet, and I don't have the words to express how thankful I am for you giving me the opportunity to serve this industry in a larger capacity. And last, but certainly not least, to my mom, thank you for always being my biggest cheerleader. You supported me through every high and low, and I would not be the woman that I am today without your influence. I never in a million years would have imagined that I'd be on the stage being honored alongside some of the most powerful women in this industry. Although my parents believed in me from day one, by textbook, I would be considered a child with a label that could potentially hold me back from being a successful career woman. I was adopted, diagnosed with ADHD and a learning disability in math, an average student, and a biracial female. Society would say that I wouldn't go far, but being here today on this stage amongst all of you shows that labels are just that, an inaccurate and restrictive phrase applied to a person meant to be changed. Out of the 5 of us in my city that took the ABO certification test together, I was the only one who passed. A test filled with math, I, the learning disabled girl, crushed that exam. I started at GPN in sales, and now I'm their VP of Business Relations. And it's because of the radical action that I've taken in my career and in my life that I've been as successful as I have. My late father told me that I would be an advocate for women with learning disabilities, and I'd like to think that I'm making him proud by following through on that mission. Becoming a member of the OWA is one of the ways that I've been able to impact more women, and with your membership, you have the opportunity to become more engaged in this wonderful organization to do the same. We must give everyday, ordinary people a chance to earn their own success, because nothing nurtures success like the steadiness of purpose. It's my goal to empower women from all walks of life to do exactly what the OWA stands for, to connect, inspire, and lead. So today I ask you to take a chance on yourself or someone else, because we are all worthy of achieving our heart's desire. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. This is going to be difficult to get through for me, I'm sure. So, as we mentioned earlier, we have a second emerging leader award. This is significant because unlike the Pleiades Award, the Emerging Leader Award does not necessarily get presented every year. So the fact that we're recognizing two different women this year reflects the extraordinary ability and creativity that they have demonstrated in these past challenging years. To introduce our second emerging leader, please welcome Dr. Howard Purcell, President of New England College.
Well, my friend Ed Buffington did high tech. I'm going to go low tech, old school here. First of all, how great is it to all be back again in the room together? How wonderful. Thank you. We've missed it. Certainly someone like me who enjoys that interaction with many of you certainly missed the opportunity of getting together. Before I go any further, I also want to congratulate the other award recipients. Katie, what an amazing story. You inspired all of us with your story. Congratulations to you. I get a chance to speak about my friend Jen in a minute, but certainly congratulations also to Erinn and to Laura. We respect the contributions that all of you make, in particular tonight to the three of you. It's an honor for me to have a chance to introduce my friend who I've known probably approaching 20 years, and someone for whom I have a great deal of respect and admiration. As I took a look at the Emerging Leader Award and looked at the attributes that you look for in someone to receive this award, it to me just spoke so directly to what Jen is about. It's a rising star, someone who exemplifies leadership qualities, a distinctive talent. I think that suits, if you know Jen well, you know that suits her perfectly. So who is Jen Stewart? Not all of you may know her because she is an emerging star, right? You will if you don't already know. But let me tell you a little bit about her. She's an incredible mom, a fantastic wife. She's an empathetic doctor, and that was something I recognized in her from the very beginning when I first met her. Her ability to make people feel comfortable with her, her ability to make patients in every aspect, athletes, professional athletes, down to just the normal everyday person. I think that's an incredible attribute that she brings to the table. She is a pretty decent athlete, by the way. If you have not followed her on social media, you will quickly recognize who you want to mess with. She's also incredibly smart, and just as a quick aside, she's a graduate of the New England College. She's an entrepreneur. When you think about it, read all the things that she's done, I think that's quite clear and really impressive. It's not easy these days to be an entrepreneur, as many of us know. And her will, her drive is just inspiring to all of us, and certainly to me, as I've had the pleasure of knowing her for as long as I've had. She's a consultant, she's a writer, she's a speaker, she's an educator. She participates at New England College of Optometry in training the future of this profession. We appreciate that very much. Probably most importantly to me, though, she's authentic, and she's someone you can trust. And today, that's a pretty special attribute that I think all of us like to surround ourselves with, that's for sure. So now you know a little bit about her. Let me just tell you a quick story, a personal story about actually how I met Jen. And she reminded me of something yesterday that I'm actually so happy that she did, because it allowed me an opportunity to embarrass her as well. So I was with Johnson & Johnson way back in the day. We had the opportunity to work on the Beijing Olympic Games. And we made the decision we were going to try to bring together the best of the best who understood sports and performance vision. What a great opportunity this was to bring vision forward to athletes. And you might perhaps not be surprised to learn they hadn't focused a lot on vision, assuming that athletes must have great vision or they wouldn't have achieved the prowess that they have. And we learned pretty quickly that wasn't true. And we tried to put together, I guess, what you would call the dream team of people working in this field. We've been working in this field for a long time, and someone came up with the idea that perhaps we should have a student be part of this group and contribute to it. And as soon as I was mentioned, Jen Stewart's name came up. It's the first time I'd heard her name, and we wound up inviting Jen, to make a long story short, to participate on this team. And thinking, how's it going to be for a student to acclimate to this pretty high-paced, high-level group? Well, not only did she acclimate to the group, she was a true leader in the group. But there was one moment where we wondered for a minute. We went around the room, and wanted to share at that point in time our email addresses because we thought it would be good. Sorry, Tim. We thought it would be a good thing to everybody be able to communicate. So we went around the room and people have these very professional email addresses, you know, extreme sight and all these really wonderful things. So we got to Jen, and Jen's email. Jen, would you like to share that? Jen's email was Jenny. I could just see as she cringed. She shared this with this group of practitioners, fit in as she did. But I have to tell you, she did an incredible job, and continues to do an incredible job. I am so proud to call her a friend of mine, and this industry is certainly better because we have Dr. Jennifer Stewart. So Jennifer, congratulations.
I shouldn't have shared that. I didn't remember that story. Thank you, Howard, for that amazing introduction. When Deb gave me the call to let me know that I was receiving this unbelievable award, she said, "You get to pick somebody to introduce you." And I hung up the phone and said, "That's an unbelievable honor, and who am I going to ask?" And I kind of sat and said, "Oh, do I have to let you know now?" "No, you can think about it." And Howard's name was the first that popped into my head. So I texted him and said, "Are you going to the breakfast?" I'm not sure. So let me know. And,
I said, of course.
Yeah. Of course. So it was such an honor for me to have somebody who's known me really since the JPD. I have a professional email address. So when I mentor students, that's one of the first stories I tell them. You want to learn from me now, not when you're in a room full of executives. You kind of go, "Oh, this is time to not have an AOL." So that's my first piece of advice when I mentor students. But Howard has known me since I was a second-year student, showing up in a room full of people, praying that no one asked me a question, hoping that I could just sit and absorb information. And now standing here 20 years later on the stage in front of all of you is an unbelievably proud moment. I was sitting there crying the whole time. So thank you to the OWA. This is an incredible honor for an organization that I am super passionate about. I am a new member. I think I joined in 2020. And I was trying to remember how I found out about the OWA. And I think I just came across something about leadership and clicked. And I said, "Oh, these look like my people." And I really have found my people. And I am a huge believer in women in optometry, in the optical industry, and have felt that I was on my own learning about how to become a better leader. And I look forward to every moment that I have with the OWA. I am on multiple committees. I'm really excited to be on the student outreach committee, to reach out to students like myself, and to show them what women in this industry can do, and to show them where I've come from, to show how you can impact a generation of optometrists. I'm most proud of the work I've done at the college. I was a recent now professor. I checked that off my bucket list. So I'm now speaking to students. We have a sports vision elective, and through that I get to mentor students who say, I love what you do, how do I get there? And my message to them is each one of us can do this. It just takes a little work, a little time, a little dedication, a little courage to go out there and do something that no one's done before and to really blaze your path. So I am so thankful to be here. My family is not here. I have a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old, 2 boys, so I would be yoking them the whole time. So I am my husband is manning that. So I'm thankful that my family is super supportive about this, and they're going to be really excited about the pillow over there. My family has supported me from the beginning in everything I want to do. I am a serial entrepreneur, and come home from every time I go for a long walk, my husband says, "Oh no, what business do you want to start now?" And I really feel so excited about the future of optometry, the future of our industry, of so many great things that we have done. There are so many great things left to do. I'm so honored to be in this room with so many friends, colleagues, mentors, people I haven't met yet, and I look forward to having a connection with each and every one of you. I really am on a mission to drive membership into the OWA from the optometry world. I reach out to all my friends and say, you have to join this organization. These are people really focused on growing the industry. I'm not. It is just an unbelievable honor to be up here. What a beautiful celebration to kick off Vision Expo. It is so great to be here in person, and thank you for this unbelievable work.
Congratulations to Jen and see that there's real reason behind these award winners, just amazing stories. So now we turn our attention to our Pleiades Award, and that is presented to a member of the OWA who actively participates in the organization, helping to set the direction by her actions. The recipient of the Pleiades Award is exceptional in her commitment to support and develop the OWA and our vision for growth. To present our Pleiades Award honoree, please welcome Stephanie Lucas, Chief Growth Officer, PECA, Gold Sponsor of the OWA.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Deb.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
On behalf of PEC, I just want to say how delighted we are to be here to recognize all the amazing women being honored this morning, and to celebrate women throughout our industry, and to celebrate the OWA's 2030. How exciting! This really is an inspiring event. We're just so pleased to be part of it. I'm particularly excited to get to tell you a little bit about one of my favorite people, Doris, this year's Pleiades Award recipient. Pleiades is a constellation in the southern sky known as the compass. And this is a very fitting description for Laura, not only for her many contributions guiding the path of the OWA with her work on its board, and also inspiring members with many impactful programs as chair of its events committee, but also for her overall character and moral fiber. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the concept of the ideal team player. Not just in a generic sense, but as defined by in his book, of that type. He describes the ideal team player as possessing three critical virtues, that of being humble, hungry, and smart. In this context, humble means emphasizing team over self and defining success collectively rather than individually. Hungry means constantly thinking about the next opportunity, and smart means not book smart, even though Laura is certainly that. But in this context, smart means having good judgment and intuition around group dynamics, often equated to emotional intelligence. Laura possesses all three of these traits in abundance, making her the absolute epitome of the ideal team player. I've had the pleasure of working with Laura for 4 years, but her roots with our organization go much deeper. She's been a pivotal part of the company for 18 years, as it has evolved from her original Golden Vision list, then Pleiades Advantage, and now PECA. Laura's responsibilities have grown with every phase of the company's evolution. She now serves as our Executive Vice President and General Manager of Strategic Sales, leading our sales team, developing strategic opportunities, and nurturing the company's relationships with nearly 24 professional organizations. Despite having that amount of tremendous individual responsibility, Laura is a key source of glue within the company, never failing to end a conversation or an email message with an offer of her support in any way to help drive the project forward. The great thing about an ideal team player is that their virtues extend to all aspects of their life, and that is certainly true for Laura. I love her passion for the OWA, of which she has been a member for 9 years, has served on its board of directors for 5 years, and has also chaired the events committee for 5 years, working tirelessly to support the OWA's mission to help women connect, inspire, and lead. Just last week, Laura commented to me how much she loves connecting people, and all of us here this morning are benefiting from her talent in doing just that. Even more important than all of her professional success, Laura is a loving and devoted wife, sister, mother to two amazing daughters, and also to two adorable fur babies that we get to see occasionally on Zoom. And I'm happy that she is surrounded and supported here today by her family. It is my honor and privilege to present this year's Pixis Award winner, my colleague, but most importantly, my dear friend, congrats to all of the other women as well, this morning. It's so nice to be here. Pixis is a constellation in the southern sky known as the compass. The compass symbolizes safety, guidance, and the ability to point in the right direction. The compass always points north and in an upward direction. Did you know the Latin origin for the word compass is together, come, and passus, a pace or step. Step together. Together, you see. The OWA is a place where we can come together as women and continue to help each other to look up, to provide support and find the north. To be this year's Pixis Award winner for OWA is truly an honor. Now I'd like to take it back to a moment early in my career. A particular golf shot comes to mind. A men's golf shot. See, I was attending a corporate event, and I found myself to be really stylish in a men's golf shirt. Never occurred to anyone on my team to order a men's golf shirt. Seems like a silly detail, but it was about so much more than a fitting shirt. At that moment, I realized that as a woman and as women, we need to speak a little louder. We need to try a little harder sometimes to be seen as equals and have a seat at the table. I knew I needed support of people that would understand me and value me and my experience as a woman. Enter the OWA. 2013, I became a member, and I'm forever grateful to a respected colleague, Kathy Ellis, for inviting me to join. Within this organization, I found my sisterhood of support. When I think about how to describe the sisterhood, I go back to a phone call I received 5 years ago at an interesting time in my life. My husband was working across the country, which then turns into a family relocation from sunny San Diego over 40 years to Starfish in Michigan. In the midst of packing up our lives, I get word that the company I work for is going to be sold. In came the thoughts of worry and I'm going to keep my job. Then I get a call asking if I would like to serve on the OWA board and run a committee. No way. I had no time for that. Then I reflected on the past few years of the OWA and I thought about how I was immediately embraced by the women when I first joined. I thought about the lifelong friendships that I cherished. I was surrounded by a group of women who might know a thing or two about the professional and personal stuff that was growing my way. It was at that moment when I thought, when life is especially crazy, I realized that I need to make time to engage my sisterhood of support. If they trusted me to lead, how could I say no? It's in these moments when things seem a little crazy and life is a little bit much severe that we need to not go that compass. We need to find a direction, and we do need to step together. While I'm proud of my board service and involvement, I knew that I've gotten back so much more than I had given. I think of the thoughtfulness and personalized video that was sent to me last year when I couldn't attend Vision Expo West due to a health scare. I think about our networking opportunities. I think about the women that I sit shoulder to shoulder with and talk about looking up. I am not the woman or leader I am today without the friendships and support that I have found and invested in part of this organization, part of the sisterhood, and I encourage you to join OWA. Now as I look around this beautiful room filled with amazing women and men who are here supporting OWA, I can't help but think we've come a long way since that awkward fitting golf shirt. It's through the support of our sponsors and our membership that we keep stepping together. We keep moving forward and we keep supporting
I'm extremely grateful to work with an amazing group of people at Kevin and have a leadership team who is incredibly supportive of women leaders and supporting the mission of OWA. I'm also grateful to work with extraordinary women on the Beckett team, especially my well, Stephanie Lucas. She's really everything that you would hope for in a awesome colleague. To the OWA board. The board of directors are a bright light and a shiny little stars that keep us pointing north. I especially want to thank Courtney Myers, Carol Lauver, Beverly Beyonce, and the entire events committee, who I have the joy of serving alongside. Finally, I'd like to share my true north. My North Star of Advantage is my husband, Craig, for 31 years. My daughters, Heather and Haley, who are here today to celebrate this. They truly are my everything. And it means so much. Thank you again for this incredible honor. I will cherish this honor for many years to come.
So finally, our Pleiades Award. Each year, we honor an individual who has shown exceptional support in advancing the leadership role of women in the optical industry. This award is named after the star cluster of Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters. And just these stars create one of the brightest clusters within the visible northern hemisphere. And we like to think about it just as by working together, the women of the OWA have created an organization that's truly bigger and brighter than the sum of our individual efforts. To introduce our Pleiades Award honoree, please welcome Mark Durrett, Executive Vice President and Publisher, Pentivision Media, a silver sponsor of the OWA.
Good morning, everyone. Did you say mom and dad? They're on the line.
They're on the line.
Here we go. My mom and dad.
Watch out.
Beautiful daughter's accomplishments. She's terrific and like that. And with us also tonight, today, is Izzy, Erin's beautiful daughter, and her very handsome husband, Darren. Welcome. Appreciate you being there. Thank you. It's great. So, how much can you say when you've known me for decades in 3 minutes, but I'll give it a shot. But Erin, you're so deserving of this award. I mean, I'm going to cry a little bit more time. I'm so proud of you. Pentivision couldn't do what they do without you. The industry couldn't do what they do without you. Seriously. I mean, you've done so much for the industry, OWA, Vision Council, the industry at large, and it just keeps growing. I'm so proud of you. Everybody knows Erin mostly from Eyecare Business Magazine, but she also is responsible for the entire social media content of Pentivision, which covers ophthalmology, optometry, of course, dentistry, staff people, so it's a huge job. And she's also editorial director of Pleiades Spectrum as well. So a lot of responsibility, and you've done a terrific job, over the years with us. I can't thank you enough. And there's in publishing, since we're in publishing, when you hire an editor-in-chief, what you want to do is you need a person that's a spokesperson for the industry that they serve. If you don't have that, you might not be as successful as you can be. So, Erin, you're a true leader in the industry, a true spokesperson in every way. You're a master of what you do, and again, it's just so deserving of this award. Thank you for giving it to us today. And Howard mentioned a few about Jennifer, about a few of the words that describe her. Great. So some of the things that come to mind for Erin are a terrific leader, a mentor, which that's what OWA is all about, mentorship. And Carrie Ann, sitting right there, is a perfect example. I mean, she started with her company 6 or 7 years ago, something like that, right out of college. And she's still here with us today. She now is Eyecare Business Magazine as well as Contact Lens Spectrum. But being a mentor is what this is all about, and she's done a terrific job with you, as you know. And you wouldn't be where you are without Erin, but you have stepped up to the plate, and it's because of you, Erin, your leadership. Thank you for that. Creativeness, thoughtfulness, you're fair, you're always hardworking, and you always find a way to get it done. So with that, I just wanted to say congratulations. Please welcome Erinn on this award, and couldn't do it without you. And there's always something over the years we've known each other for a million years, and I always say, don't you go anywhere because I'm not here as well. She's like, Mark, you're one of the owners of the company. Okay? Please welcome Erinn on her very
Just touch his line.
All right, so when I was practicing my speech, I actually started tearing up, which was really, I mean, geez, you're tearing up in the hotel room. Here we go. So hopefully I can hang in there. Thank you, Mark. I cannot thank you enough, for your partnership, your friendship, your mentorship, your support, unwavering support over the years, and I wouldn't be here without you for sure. And I want to thank you for that, and thanks to all of the Pentavision partners and our president, Tom Wilson, because I wouldn't be here without them as well. So, wow, this is like a it's awesome. So I'm so incredibly honored and just excited to receive the Pleiades Award. And I just really am so grateful to the OWA, over the last 25 years, such a sea change in this industry. What an incredible, certainly 25 years ago, we made a very different story, and here we are today, and a lot of that is due to the OWA. Happy anniversary to the OWA, and a huge congratulations to all the other awardees. You are each so incredibly inspiring, and I am honored to share the stage with you today. So it has been my privilege over the years to serve on the OWA Board of Directors with Deb and many others who have been incredible mentors to me, and to oversee the OWA's Communications Committee for a few years, and to work with our stellar Colorado regional team. We have this amazing event we organize every year, regional event, and really great connections there, and a great team, and it has also benefited Dress for Success Denver, which does incredible work to support homeless women and underprivileged women to get back into the workforce with clothing and tools to do interviewing. So the Pleiades Award recognizes support and advancing the leadership role of women in the optical industry, and I want to say that I have had so many incredible female mentors over the years. Here's looking at you, Steph DeLong, who is the former editor-in-chief and now current editorial director emeritus of Eyecare Business Magazine. Incredible mentor to me over many, many decades. She's not here with us, but I sure hope she's watching on the live stream. And she is also one of the OWA's founding mothers, so incredible person. I'm honored to be able to pay it forward, as Mark said, by being able to help mentor our young editors, our team, on social media, on all of our publications, and Carrie Ann is a shining example of our young upcoming editors. All of our women that we are working with on our teams are amazing, and you are really all the future, for sure. So for this opportunity, I am truly, truly grateful. And to this amazing, connected, inspiring industry, and so many of you sitting here around the tables today, friends, business partners, contributors to the magazine, I am so grateful. You have provided inspiration, education, support, and friendship, and enabled me to build such a fulfilling career serving this market. I could have done none of this fully and truly without the love and support of my family, who I am thrilled to have here with me today. Right? Sorry. All while rocking his own career, my husband Darren stepped up time and time again to enable me to reach higher in my own career. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And to my daughter, my beautiful daughter Isabella, it has been my greatest joy to watch her grow into an intelligent, independent, empathetic, and incredibly kind young woman. She has also supported me and loved me all the way. Thank you, Izzy B, from the bottom of my heart. And to my wonderful parents who are now famous on our lives, watching from the warmth of Naples, Florida right now as my mother recovers from a hip injury. This is all possible, also because of you, because you always believed in me and supported me and cheered me on all along the way. Our family, in fact, lays claim to a long line of kick-ass women who have inspired me. Starting with Annie Oakley herself. My grandmother kept a collection of letters that cousin Annie would send her, complete with pennies that she had shot holes through, put them in the letter in the envelope and sent them over to my grandmother. And my grandparents were Depression-era survivors who knew the true meaning of grit and perseverance, and they sure also valued a really good time. I was fortunate to have a beautiful relationship with my grandmother, who was strong, vivacious, and always the life of the party. After a beautiful life, she suffered for many years with Alzheimer's and passed away several years ago. She would have been 96 this month. She, Beatrice Joyce Hall, is the inspiration behind my charity of choice to the Alzheimer's Association. With the kind donation from the OWA, and now I learn from Exotica. Thank you very much. That's a beautiful gift. My most sincere thanks for this meaningful gift in my grandmother's name. To those of you who know me, know that I'm an editor, a journalist, and a storyteller. Today, I have a quick story to tell you. So I really hate to admit this timestamp, but almost 30 years ago, I boarded a smoky transatlantic flight to Milan for my very first burrito show. Smoky flight. My background. That's wild. Those were the days. My prior introduction to the optical industry. I was 1 week into a new job as the editor-in-chief of Frame Buyer magazine, which was a new offshoot we were creating that was going to be an offshoot of Eyecare Business magazine. I was fresh off my very first job at Accessories magazine. That was post-grad school. I had a master's in journalism and an undergrad degree in fashion merchandising. And it kind of came up through into the optical industry that way. So back to this flight, as an optical industry neophyte, I had the great fortune to be seated in the non-smoking section between our then publisher Bill Capuzzi and next to David and Peter Friedfeld of Clear Vision Optical. Seasoned travelers, Peter and Bill donned their eye masks at takeoff and promptly went to sleep. David, instead, took the opportunity during the 8-hour flight to provide an extensive primer on the vision care industry. Fortuitous, right? Those of you who know David will believe me when I say that we talked the entire time and did not get 1 wink of sleep. I arrived exhausted, but incredibly inspired. For this, David Friedfeld, and for the scores of people who have inspired, educated, and supported me along the way, I am so truly grateful. It is my great honor to continue to curate content about, report on, and support our visionary industry. I've had the most incredible journey and experiences from interviewing luminaries and photographing gorgeous new products and eyewear celebrities to working with the highly inspiring Essilor Vision Foundation team on a service trip to Thailand, where we provided vision screening and eyewear to hundreds of children outside of Bangkok. Thank you, Essilor for that opportunity, and to all the other companies, Safilo, Marshawn, who are joining us here today, and all of you, all of the companies here that have supported us and supported me along this inspiring journey. I once saw the celebrated environmental writer Terry Tempest Williams speak, and she talked a lot about purpose. She suggested that in the end, it is service that is the purpose of the soul. I could not agree more. This is the pure essence of the Optical Women's Association, with a focus that delivers meaning and purpose. I continue to be deeply inspired by this market and by all of you each and every day. This industry and the OWA is like a family, and there is no doubt that you all have become a part of mine.
Well, that was pretty amazing. Certainly appreciate people sharing their stories. So, those of you who know me know that this is a moment I've been waiting for quite some time. So I'm going to invite Lori Liviette, our female doctor who is on our board, and she is going to help me click this champion.
You earned it.
Everybody, I'd like to, if you can stand, if our honorees can stand, and we could just have a little thank you so much.
No, you're not yet. Sorry.
Sheena, I owe you my my arms. Thank you so much.
On camera, Erinn. Erinn says too.
Mindy, will you pass me? No, you're good. Will you pass me one of those? I think we have extra over there. Thank you.
And what you think I was trying to drink too?
I know.
Oh, this is my first one.
So I need to have everybody's attention again, and congratulations from the bottom of my heart to all of our four honorees. Thank you for celebrating them so much. It is said that happiness is the single biggest predictor of life and satisfaction. Our keynote speaker, Amy Dix, is a two-time best-selling author and founder of Choose Happy, voted as one of Jacksonville, Florida's most innovative companies. In this entertaining and engaging performance, Amy, known as the happiness artist, will paint a picture of the true meaning of happiness and will challenge you to question your future so that you can choose happy in the present. So I'd like you all to help me warmly welcome to the stage, Amy Dix.
Happiness. Such a profound word, yet so general. I really like things you can measure, like the profitability of a company. I can measure that. How much weight I've lost or gained, I can measure that. But happiness? I don't have scales and spreadsheets that will show you how happy you are. And what does it matter, really? These last 2 years have really challenged our happiness, yes? I mean, I would love to get on this stage and not mention the pandemic. But the reality is that it's changed many of us in many ways. I believe the real pandemic here is unhappiness. And it makes sense. As I write in my book, I believe that there are 3 pillars to happiness: your character, your connections, and your community. Your character, who you are, your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health. Your connections, those within your inner circle. And community, the greater world outside of yourself and your inner circle. Work, charity, political views. Aren't these the very things that have been challenged? Well, happiness is hard to measure. We do have the World Happiness Report, and the World Happiness Report ranks countries based on their happiness levels. Congratulations, Americans in the room. We are the unhappiest we've ever been. The correlation between COVID, happiness, and the workplace is also very profound, especially when we look at the optical industry. We've had patients canceling their appointments, some still have not rescheduled. In-person try-ons are now virtual from their couch and their cell phones. Consumer behavior down for discretionary eyewear, and maybe we shouldn't even start to talk about shipping and manufacturing delays. But I don't want to paint this picture of like all doom and gloom, because this is a happiness talk. We are going to talk about choosing happy. And there are a lot of great things that have come out of the pandemic. For one, leaders have had to trust their employees more, a lot of times because they weren't in the office with them. Those poor little micromanagers. In the optical world, well, good news. The optical industry is expected to bounce back faster than most other industries and expected to recoup most of its lost revenue by the end of this year. One of the best things that I think COVID gave us was for those people that now get to work from home that never got to work from home before. And that, my friends, is this. Yoga pants! And of course, let's not forget, we're not wearing heels to work anymore. We're going to put on a pair of very comfy shoes that will never be seen on a Zoom monitor. Sorry, you have to say. Perhaps there is something particularly grateful for. Perhaps there is something that COVID gave you that you are particularly grateful for. For me, it was the joy of painting. Now look, when the world gave me some time, in the beginning of 2020, when all of my speaking engagements were canceled for the foreseeable future, I did have all this time on my hands without planes, stages, and automobiles. So I decided to put those hands to work, and I was going to paint. Now, I had never really painted anything of real significance before, but I thought, hey, I'll try this out. So the first thing I painted was a dog. I thought, oh, I love these. This will be so much fun. You want to see one of the first dog paintings I did?
Yeah, right.
You can laugh. Kind of call it my Mona Lisa. It's so terrible that I don't think I was going to be replacing my speaking income with this anytime soon. To me, it looks more like a stone firecracker.
or some sort of creature that smoked a little too much, you know what. But I kept going. And I got better and better and better. And soon people started asking me to paint their cups. And I did. Over 80 of them. This is gnarly. I remember all dogs' names, but I don't remember the client's name. Macy, I mean, I could go on. I even painted a pet pig. I didn't even know pet pigs were a thing until I painted one. But they are. This is my little girl, Sadie Mae. No, Oz for Sadie Mae. Oz for the stove firecracker. Then I started painting other things. And I lived at the beach, so I decided to paint maybe like some beachy things. Maybe I can decorate my house or something. So I painted this beach scene, painted the shark. I remember telling my dad, I sold this painting. I remember telling my dad I sold this painting, how much I sold it for, and he goes, why in the world would someone pay that much for a painting? For the confidence there. He's an awesome supporter, but compliments were really more of my mom's thing in life. This was my first portrait, and I started falling in love with portraits, and soon people started asking me if I could paint their friends and family, a little self-portrait, their boyfriend. No Oz for JC. This is Senorita. I call Senorita. She was inspired by our life in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And Danny, one of my favorites. And I have a special one on my easel fairly recently. This is Lucy. Beautiful, bold, and look at those glasses. But I'd like to paint for you today. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Woo! All right. Than that, let me just prepare. You know when you go to like those water parks or whatever, and you're in the front row, and you're like, may get wet. Yeah, they didn't mark. May get paint. All right, here we go. Let's go. Who doesn't love New York? You know, it's funny, this was 3 minutes, but people say to me, like, oh, you have so much talent. What is talent, really? You know, Bob Ross says that talent is just a pursued interest. When the slide comes up. Bob Ross says that talent is just a pursued interest, and I like to think that happiness is just a pursued interest. You can be talented at being happy, but you have to pursue it. Just like people say, oh, Amy, you're so talented, and they'll also say things like, oh, Amy, you're always just so happy. Because I pursue it. My happiness has not always been where it is today. I mean, it kind of looked like that first dog that I tainted, probably at one point in my life. But I got talented at it. And the person that I know that is the most talented at pursuing happiness is my mom. She could find and celebrate anything and everything. You would do something so small or even terrible, like maybe that or the stone firecracker, and she would act like you just cured the world. You know, she would say things to me like, oh, Amy, you have to get excited about the little things in life because the big things just don't come around that often. Brilliant. My mom pursued and achieved happiness when happiness seemed impossible. Whether it was growing up on dirt floors as a little girl, enduring third-degree burns across her entire chest at the age of 6, being abused, she found strength and solace through positivity and perseverance. Perhaps it was this acquired talent that she had that allowed her to be happy while facing her biggest challenge: terminal brain cancer. She was diagnosed at the age of 59. In fact, 6 years ago to this day. And shortly after her diagnosis, she said to me, Amy, I am not afraid to die. I thought, you might be braver than I am. And actually, would you like to meet my mom? You actually already met her. Meet Rhonda, also lovingly known as Lucy. always easy, especially in the face of death. But if we don't pursue it, we will never achieve it. And on one of my last trips home to visit her, I brought this scrap piece of paper with me on the plane. And while on the plane, I wrote out all of these questions that I wanted to ask my mom before it was too late. One of the questions on there was this: Mom, what advice do you have for others to live a more positive, happy life like you? And in her now very weak voice, she said to me, I don't know. I believe you either are or you aren't. So this made me wonder. Are we either born positive and happy or negative and miserable? This led me to research the science of happiness, which ultimately led to my second book, 7 More Days. Here's what I discovered. We indeed are more prone to negativity than we are positivity. So we already have an uphill battle. We already have like this uphill battle. We also hold on to those negative moments more than we'll hold on to the positive ones. So if I compliment you on your shoes, but then she comes and says, oh, you might be having a little bit of a bad hair day, you will remember her comment and forget mine. The positive does not outweigh the negative. So, as I write in the book, you have to have a 3-to-1 ratio. You have to experience 3 positives to every 1 negative in order to maintain that positive, happy mindset. Sometimes we have to focus on the positive in our mind in order to combat the negative in our environment. So my mom was right, sort of. But you have to work on it. It's the pursuit of the interest. As I continued my research, I asked 441 people 2 questions. The first question was, what do you fear most in life? And the second question was, what is your biggest goal in life? From that, I've been able to categorize that people's biggest fears are either regret, unfulfillment, or death itself. People's biggest life goals? Well, those can be categorized into 3 categories as well. People either want some sort of personal self-growth, they want to have better relationships, be a better mom, dad, brother, sister, friend, or they want to make a difference in the world. This is what led me to character, connections, and community. These are the 3 pillars of happiness. And to help illustrate this, I would like to see if we can get 3 volunteers on stage. Nobody wants to get paint on themselves? I promise you won't get paint on you. Yes, come on down. 2 more. Who else wants to come? Come on out. We'll take 3. It's like the mad scientist. Oh, come on. Yeah. Let's come around. 2 more. Alright, come this way. So we have here with us, we have Bridget and Bill. Bridget and Bill. And then we're going to show you what it is. Alright, so you are going to paint some very easy dots. Okay? Oh, now we're good. Now we're good. You choose a color. And why did you choose blue? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Bridget. I know you want to see me. All right. Because she's happy. Hey. You know the drill. Or y'all just dying to see. It's amazing. All right, now, what color? What color? Well, you gotta choose. Blue. Like a dark blue. Yes. Yeah, that's very much a better palette. Yes. Has not been following directions. All right, great job. Give them a round of applause. This one is really big. This one I did say go big or go home. She will follow instructions. All right. Who wants to do the honors? Okay, come on down. Here's what we're doing. I will this. You are going to, you gotta press hard, and like you're squeegeeing that shower, like there's a lot of things on that shower. Okay, so you're just gonna squeegee. No. There. Yeah. Squeegee, girl. Squeegee. Oh, wait. That's not gonna work. Color cross contamination. I'll just go ahead.
You guys gotta see this.
All right. You want to see the masterpiece? It is people. And community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
She goes, you're awesome. It's so calming. I like it. Actually, I have a secret to share with you now. I lied to you. I did. I told you the reason I started painting was because I found all this time on my hands because of COVID. And while that's partially true, that's not the entire truth. The truth is a much more difficult narrative to tell. But the story needs to be told. My mom didn't just pursue and achieve happiness through being poor, burned, and abused, but also through a myriad of health conditions, a lot of trauma, watching her grandmother die of pancreatic cancer when she was just a little girl, being by her mom's side when her mom took her last breath, dying of pancreatic cancer when my mom was just a senior in high school, through both of her brothers' deaths, by her twin sister's side as she battled breast cancer, who sadly passed away last year, and ultimately through her own death. I don't paint because I have time. I paint because I don't have time. As you look at our family tree, there are generations upon generations, as far back as we can go, of family member after family member after family member who never lived past the age of 60. That is a very probable reality for me too. I think in order to be truly happy, we have to pit what's hard to measure, happiness, against what can be measured, time. Because when we know the time, we change the way we live. And we all have a finite time. I might have more insight to when my time might be, but no one really knows. What I love so much about your masterpiece is that it doesn't just represent character, connections, and community, but that it represents your character, these connections, and this community, the optical industry. My mom was in the optical industry for almost 30 years. And this was a very common scene during her last days. The women of the optical industry showing up for her week after week, keeping her company in the hospital and eventually hospice. This is one special industry. This is one special community filled with connections that you already have and those yet still to be made. And I think we have seen today that it is about connection. On my podcast, Unlocking Happiness, I ask every guest the same question. If you only had 7 more days left to live, what would you do? There is a common answer between every single guest I've had. And it's this, that they would spend their last moments of life with family and friends. No one has ever come onto my show and said, oh, in my last 7 days, I think I would figure out how to make $1 million or go buy that new car. It's our connections and relationships that make the pursuit of happiness all worthwhile. So as you continue either today or throughout the rest of the event, I've already heard so much about the connections in this room, and I just encourage you to find that next connection. You never know if they might be the ones supporting you and by your side when the time ends. Connection, the true pursuit of happiness. Thank you so much.
Well, that was amazing, and what an amazing story of connection to our industry. I think it really does demonstrate a lot of how we all come together and support each other. Look over here, because I think of a lot of things that we've talked about already this week about doing things with intention, and really the pursuit of happiness. I think is something that we're all super capable of and super capable of supporting each other in that journey. So, Amy, honestly, thank you so much. I just want to end by saying that Amy actually was one of the books that we had in our OWA reads this past year. Some of you may have participated in that, and if you haven't, it's a great program that the OWA offers. So Amy will be in the back, actually on the entranceway, signing her book for anybody who's interested. So I want to just end by saying congratulations again to each one of our honorees. Honestly, Jen, Erinn, Laura, Amy, thank you so much. event, which we're so excited to continue to see its growth. Our sponsors, just as a reminder, our sponsors, members, and please, you heard from some of the award honorees, bring a friend to our cocktail reception, which is tomorrow. I can't believe it's tomorrow already, 5 to 6:30 in the AGM at Javits. So with that, we're very excited to roll something special for you to end our program. To further celebrate our 25th anniversary, some of our sponsors were kind enough to send us some well wishes. And I'd love for you all to just collaborate, connect a little bit here, and take a look at our reel here. On behalf of the OWA board, I have to tell you, I thank you all for your support, and I wish you a very, very successful Vision Expo East. Looking forward to seeing you all.
Congratulations, OWA, on 25 years. We at I Recommend are proud to be OWA sponsors.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tiara Claxton, a past president of the OWA, from Pleiades, a proud platinum sponsor. Congratulations, OWA, on a big 25 years in our optical industry.
All of us at Diary want to wish the OWA a happy 25th anniversary.
Congratulations!
Yes, congratulations, OWA, from the Lauver family. We are so proud to be supporting you for the past 25 years.
And thank you for everything you do for industry, and hopefully we'll be with you at least another 25.
Yes, it is our pleasure being a platinum sponsor. Keep it going. You're doing wonderful things.
We South Africa are proud to be platinum sponsors of the OWA. Congratulations.
I'm the president and CEO of the Lauver and OWA. Happy birthday! You're 25 years old. You're young. You're beautiful. We need you for many more years.
Happy birthday, OWA. I'm so happy to be here representing Expo and hosting you on your 25th anniversary. I joined this organization 7 years ago when I had the pleasure of being invited to speak, and I was able to see on a personal level the power of having an organization that supports women leaders in the industry. We have hundreds of members, 2 board seats, and we will continue to support you as Expo. Happy birthday.
Happy anniversary, OWA. From all of us at GPM Technologies, congratulations on 25 years of helping women to connect, inspire, and lead. We can't wait to see what the next 25 years will bring.
Greetings, Optical Women's Association. This is the last day of International Women's Month. Congratulations on 25 years of championing women in the optical industry and promoting leadership and professional development. National Vision has been a proud supporter of the OWA for many years. We feel the sort of networking that women gain from being part of the OWA is invaluable to their career development and advancement. I particularly am fond of a fond memory of recruiting Megan Maloney at this very champagne breakfast.
The White Vision Chair team congratulates the OWA on 25 years of inspiring, connecting, and elevating women in the optical profession. Thank you from all of us here.
Ashibah is a proud sponsor of the OWA, and we congratulate it on its 25th anniversary, as well as its mission to enhance and promote the leadership of women in the optical industry.
Hi everyone, this is Adrian Shernoff with Living America. We just wanted to wish the OWA and all its amazing members an incredible congratulations on 25 phenomenal years. I know this organization has meant so much to me, connecting, inspiring, and leading. So many things learned from so many great people. So a huge congratulations from all of us at Living America for continued success in the future. All the best.
Congratulations, OWA. This is Cynthia McWilliams at Kidmark Eyecare, and we are a proud sponsor for many years and hope to continue for the next 25 years. A funny story, when OWA first began the first year, I went to the owner of the company who I worked for and told him about the new association and told him I was doing it. He looked at me with a very straight face and said, why? Do they need their own association? He said, no, no. 25 years later.
Cheers, OWA. I'm Emily Kelly with New York Eye, and on behalf of myself and all of your friends at New York Eye, we wish you a very happy 25th anniversary. Enjoy your day, and thank you for all that you do.
On behalf of the entire Becker team, I'd like to congratulate the OWA on 25 years of outstanding service to our amazing industry. We are so proud to be OWA sponsors.
Hello to all of our friends at the OWA. This is Suzanne Krause with the Vision Expo. We'd like to congratulate you on 25 years. We are so thrilled to be partnered with the OWA. Congratulations, here's to many, many more years.
25 years. What an amazing accomplishment. On behalf of everyone at Westwood, we congratulate the OWA on 25 years of connecting, engaging, and supporting women in the optical industry. We are so proud to support this amazing organization and look forward to all you will accomplish in the next 25 years. Congratulations.
Hello from the Eyecare business team. Thank you to the OWA for everything you do for our industry.
Happy 25th anniversary, OWA.
Hi. And I'm very proud of the part of my original group that got together 25 years ago to plan this wonderful organization to help women and eventually men